Hello, welcome to this session. This lesson is all about logical connectives. Here is the table for the different types of statements with their corresponding connective and symbols. First, let's have the negation. So negation is actually we use the word not. An example is not P because in logic we use lowercase letters such as P, Q, R, S, T to denote statements. So for negation, we use the word not, and this is the symbol. It's like an enye or tilde. And then we have the second type, conjunction. For conjunction, we use the word and. So P and Q, and this is the symbol for and. For disjunction, we use the word or. P or Q, and this is the symbol for disjunction. For conditional, we use the word if then. If P, then Q. Or you can also use the word implies. P implies Q. And the symbol is this with one headed arrow. And then the last statement is what we call biconditional. And we use the word if and only if. So we have the statement P if and only if Q. And we have the symbol double-headed arrow line. Okay, so these are the different types of statements or what we call logical connectives. Let us now discuss on how to translate statements into symbolic form. Let's have the example. Write the following in symbolic form where P is actually the statement the sun is shining, Q is the statement it is raining, and R is the statement the sun is wet. Okay, if you still remember, our statements in logic can be denoted by lowercase letters. Okay, so here are the given statements and we're going to express them into symbols. So the first thing is you should know first the type of statements, whether it is actually disjunction, conjunction, conditional, biconditional, or it is just a negation. For number one, if it is raining, then the sun is shining. This one is a conditional statement because we have the word if then. And the symbol for if then is with the line with one-headed arrow. Okay, so our symbol, since if it is raining, it is raining, that's letter Q, and the sun is not shining, so there is a negation of this. So we have to put a symbol for negation for not in the letter P because the sun is shining, and this is the symbol form. Okay, for number two, it is raining and the ground is wet. So this one is an example of conjunction. Conjunction statement because of the word a and we use the symbol. It's like inverted letter V. Okay, so we have the symbol Q and R. For number three, the ground is wet if and only if it is raining and the sun is shining. So this is so complicated or compound. It's a compounded statement, and we use two logical connectives here. We have the if and only if, and the word and. So to write that in symbols, the ground is wet, that's letter R. It is raining, that's letter Q. And the sun is shining, it's letter P. And you're going to use, okay, these symbols for if and only if. And this is for the and. And you use a parenthesis here, okay, to group the last two statements. For number four, either the sun is shining or it is raining. So we have the connective or, and that is an example of disjunction. Disjunction. And we use the symbol like the letter V. Okay, so we have the symbol P or Q. And the last statement is the ground is not wet. It's just a negation of the statement are. So we use the symbol for not, so that can be written as not are. And that's it. That's how to actually write statements into symbolic form. It's time to check your understanding. So you have to try this. Try to answer this by translating the following statements into symbolic form. You may pause this video and try it yourself. Let's check your answers. For one, I will not take a vacation. That is an example of negation, and you have to use the symbol for the word not, and that is not V. For number two, it is actually a conditional statement. Okay, so we use the symbol for implication. Okay, and we need to use the word or the symbol for the word not. Okay, so not T implies V, or if not T, then V. For number three, either I get a promotion or I transferred, that is actually a disjunction because of the word or. And we use the symbol like the letter V. So P or T. For number four, I will take a vacation if and only if I get a promotion. This is an example of biconditional statement, and we use the symbol double-headed arrow, and the symbol will be V if and only if P. For number five, if I get the promotion, I will take a vacation, and that is an example of conditional. So same with number two, we use the symbol for implication. That will be P implies V, or it can be read as if P, then V. Okay, I hope you get a perfect score, 5/5, and congratulations. And how about translating symbolic form into statements? So let's try this. Consider the following statements. P as the game will be played in Pasay. Q, the statement the game will be shown on TV. R will be the statement the game will not be shown on GMA7. And S, the Blue Eagles are favored to win. Write each of the following symbolic statements in words. So you may try this. Please pause this video and try to answer this. Okay, so let us now check your answers. For number one, we have the game will be shown on TV5 and will be played in Pasay. For number two, the game will be shown on GMA7 or Blue Eagles are favored to win. For number three, the Blue Eagles are favored to win if and only if the game will not be played in Pasay. And number four, the game will not be played in Pasay. And for number five, if the game will be played in Pasay, then Blue Eagles are favored to win. Let us try another one. So you may pause this video and try to answer this. Let us now check your answers. For number one, the answer is if he travels to Switzerland, then he will visit his friends. For number two, he did not take a train ride in the Alps. For number three, he indulges on Swiss chocolate if and only if he travels to Switzerland. 4. He takes a train ride in the Alps, or he indulges on Swiss chocolate. And number 5, he will visit his friends and take a train ride in the Alps. Did you get 5 correct answers? I hope so, and congratulations. In here, we're going to discuss other statements related to conditional statement. So if we have the given conditional statement as P implies Q, or if P then Q, we have the following related statements: the converse, the inverse, and contrapositive. Okay, so if the given conditional statement is P implies Q, the converse is Q implies P. And the inverse will be not P implies not Q. And the contrapositive will be not Q implies not P. Let us have an illustrative example of the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So if the given conditional statement is, if I get the job, then I will rent the apartment. So we're going to get the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Let P the statement I get the job, and let Q be the statement I will rent the apartment. So if that is the symbolic form of the conditional statement, P implies Q, we know that the converse is Q implies P. Therefore, the converse statement will be, if I rent the apartment, then I get the job. The inverse will be, not P implies not Q. So our inverse will be, if I do not get the job, then I will not rent the apartment. And our contrapositive is actually the symbol not Q implies not P. Therefore, the statement will be, if I do not rent the apartment, then I did not get the job. So that's how to actually get the related statements of a conditional statement. Checking for understanding. You're going to write the converse, inverse, and contrapositive of this given conditional statement. If Kevin wins, we will celebrate. So what will be the converse, inverse, and contrapositive? Pause this video and try to answer. So let's check your answers. For the converse, the answer is, if we celebrate, then Kevin will win. For the inverse, if Kevin does not win, then we will not celebrate. And for the contrapositive, if we do not celebrate, then Kevin will not win. And that's all for this lesson, Logical Connectives. I hope you learned something today, and see you in our third lesson. Thank you.